New Concept Video Sports presents high school sports videos like no other video media outlet in Northwest Indiana. We support our student athletes by offering all of our sports videos for free download 2 weeks following their posting. This evening, it's a Greater South Shore Conference showdown when the 4-4 Calumet Warriors play host to the 8-3 River Forest Ingots. This is our second time featuring the River Forest Ingots, and there isn't much more we can say about this program's resurgence over the past few years under the guidance of head coach Derek Millenkoff. The Ingots come into tonight's action 8-3 and 3-1 in conference play and have won 5 in a row. Their last loss was a game we covered back on December 12th to the Hobart Brickies. The Calumet Warriors had success over the years, winning 5 sectional championships, 3 under legendary Calumet High School basketball coach Carl Trikoff, back when the tournament was still just one class. Finally, their last championship was back in 2000 under John Steinhilber. It's a new era at Calumet New Tech High School, and third-year head coach Dominique Nelson has his team playing well with a respectable 4-4 record and 2-2 in conference play. Coach Nelson and his counterpart on this evening, Derek Millenkoff, have changed the culture at their respective schools, and here at Calumet, installing a winning tradition, and most importantly, getting the student body involved in supporting their Warriors. Next, it's Northwest Indiana High School basketball, when the River Forest Ingots take on the Calumet Warriors. We would like to thank our sponsors for making tonight's game and your free download possible. Doctors Tim and Lisa Mullally of Crown Point, the Law Office of Roy Dominguez in Maryville, J&J's Pizza Shack and their 7 Northwest Indiana locations, Oak Partners Wealth and Retirement Management in Crown Point and Valparaiso, and Blythe's Athletics in Valparaiso, where the athlete shops. Enjoy the game. The River Forest Ingots, who we had a chance to see earlier, and led by head coach Derek Millenkoff, come out with Davion Murray, Jalen Perkins, Alice Mosqueda, Kyle Moore Jr., and Junior Jordan Higgins. Dominique Nelson's Calumet Warriors will start Jacory Gillespie, Davion Davis, Paris Hernandez, Caleb Deal, and Joshua Johnson. And it didn't take long for the home team to get on the board when a no-look Paris Hernandez pass went inside to Joshua Johnson, and he was able to drop it in for the basket and one. With the Warriors pressuring the Ingots early, the ball found the hands of Jordan Higgins, and he sliced his way through the Calumet defense and laid it in off the glass nicely. Next, for the Warriors, a 3-point Davion Davis shot that went off the front of the rim. But right there with the rebound and putback was Paris Hernandez, and a 3-point home team lead. Tying the game quickly with a tray from the left side was Ingot Jr. Alex Mosqueda, and the ball saw nothing but the bottom of the net. Answering at the other end was Davion Davis, and Calumet is back in front. With the Warriors pressuring the ball early, they were able to tie up the Ingots, but the ball will remain with the visitors, who trail by 3. But that deficit was erased when Jordan Higgins on their next set locked in on a tray from way downtown, knocked it in, and we're tied at 8. Back at the other end was sophomore Davion Davis, matching that tray with one of his own. and the Calumet lead is at 3 again. Next, from the right baseline, it was Kyle Moore Jr., draining a 3 to get in on the scoring action. This time it was Warrior Ja'Cory Gillespie, and it's draining 3s in Calumet Township here tonight. Then on the inbound, more defensive pressure by Dominique Nelson's Warriors, and an in-good turnover when the ball was stripped and grabbed by Ja'Cory Gillespie. And this time he took it right to the hole, and the lead is at 5. After missed opportunities at each end of the court, an in-good foul, and Calumet will have the ball out from the side. Then following a second chance opportunity for the Warriors, an offensive foul on the set screen will give the ball back to the visitors, still trailing by 5. Next, for the River Forest Ingots, a three-point attempt that went off the rim. Then a fight for the rebound and a Calumet foul, and the visitors will take the ball out from underneath their own goal. On the inbound, a missed shot up close, but the Ingots gave themselves a second chance opportunity, grabbing the offensive board. Then on the drive to the basket, another Warrior foul, and River Forest will try again, this time with 2:38 left in this initial period. Then it was scoring threat Jordan Higgins, who has been held in check thus far today, splitting a couple defenders, then missing a tough shot. But again, another in-good offensive rebound. A shot underneath by Jalen Perkins, and he'll head to the stripe for a pair. Perkins missed his second attempt, and they're grabbing the rebound, then going coast to coast with sophomore Charles Payne. And the Warriors have their largest lead of the evening at 6. Next, an in-good traveling violation, and Calumet has a chance to extend their lead. Then a one and done, a River Forest rebound, and the Ingots are on the attack again. Once again, following missed opportunities at each end of the court, it was Warrior Paris Hernandez putting on an assist clinic with a between-the-legs dribble, then an in the paint behind the back pass to Joshua Johnson, who laid it up for two. A nice sequence by the Calumet Warriors. Next, it was Sean Goodman anticipating the lazy River Forest pass, then taking it all the way to the hole and laying it in. And the lead is now at double digits for the Warriors. Then for the Ingots, it was Jordan Higgins driving the baseline, but a nice Joshua Johnson block, and the Warriors have a chance to increase their first quarter lead. But on the return trip down court, a missed three-pointer, a Sean Goodman rebound and putback, and the home team is running on all cylinders so far tonight. With 11 seconds to go, Jalen Perkins drove to the basket, but took a Euro step and was called for traveling. So the Warriors should have the final offensive opportunity of the period. Finally, it was Davion Davis splashing in a tray to complete the first quarter scoring binge for the surprising Calumet Warriors, who came out of the gates energized and playing with passion on this evening, leading the River Forest Ingots 27-12. Back with second quarter action in 40 seconds. Located in Maryville, the law office of Roy Dominguez offers compassionate, caring representation in personal injury and criminal defense. If you or someone you love has been injured, you can be sure the law office of Roy Dominguez will help alleviate some of the difficulties you are facing. Attorney Roy Dominguez wishes all Northwest Indiana athletes the best of luck this season. Bioak Partners Wealth and Retirement Planning in Crown Point and Valparaiso. They provide comprehensive investment consulting services with the goal of increasing their clients' wealth and protecting their financial future. Tune into their radio program, Making Finance Personal, every Monday morning at 9 on WJOB. The Calumet Warriors had the ball to open second quarter action with a surprising 15-point lead over conference rival River Forest. And right off the bat, it was playmaker Paris Hernandez driving to the bucket before dishing off to Joshua Johnson, who couldn't find the ears on the ball, and a chance for River Forest to cut into this comfortable lead. Coach Dominique Nelson's Warriors continued to pressure the ball, and almost another takeaway. But the loose ball was grabbed by Jordan Higgins, who quickly got it to Kyle Moore Jr., and a needed three-pointer that stopped the bleeding, at least for the moment. Next, for Calumet, a drive to the basket by Sean Goodman, who shot bounced off the rim. Then on the rebound, an over-the-back call on Joshua Johnson. And the Ingots have a chance to get a possession closer in this one. Then on this next sequence, the Ingots had trouble inbounding the ball. Then a last-second toss intended for Jordan Higgins was stolen by Paris Hernandez, who then got the ball to Davion Davis, who was fouled. And the Warriors induced another River Forest turnover. On Calumet's next possession, it was Sean Goodman driving into the paint, then lifting up a 13-footer that bounced around and finally dropped through. And the River Forest Ingots just can't match the energy the Warriors have thus far. For the Ingots, it was Jordan Higgins trying to spark his team by taking it to the hole where he made the shot, but the foul was called on the floor, so Higgins will head to the line for a one-and bonus. Following a turnover at the Calumet end of the court, it was Joseph Rembert beating a double team, then taking it to the basket where he was fouled, and a chance to get the Ingots a bit closer. Leading by a dozen, it was Warrior Davion Davis with the basketball. Then an eyebrow fake later, he drove to within 16 feet and dropped it in nicely. This time the Ingots got the ball up quickly, and in the corner all alone was Kyle Moore Jr., and he drained the tray. And a couple of those and River Forest can get right back in this contest. After uneventful trips up and down the court by each team, it was Calumet with the basketball. And from Ridge Road this time, Charles Payne lined up a three-point shot, and he rattled it home. And the lead is at 14 again. Next, another defensive stop for the Warriors when Paris Hernandez stole the pass again. Then shades of ECW back in 1971 fired the ball down court and hit Davion Davis in stride. And he laid it in with ease. And Calumet, up until this point, seems to have River Forest's number and a lot of energy to go with it. Then at the other end, a shot. Then a rebound and an over-the-back foul on the Ingots. And Calumet will have possession. For the Warriors, a drive to the basket by Charles Payne, but he had the ball stripped away and stolen by Kyle Moore Jr., who quickly got it to Alex Mosqueda, then to Jalen Perkins in the basket. Shades of the River Forest team that won 8 games thus far this season. Again, a nice Kyle Moore Jr. block at the basket, and River Forest is on the attack. Then the ball found the hands of Davion Murray at the left wing, and he deposited a tray, and the Ingots have cut the lead to 11 and are showing signs of life. An open three-point attempt went off the rim, but giving Calumet another opportunity was the smallest man on the court, Paris Hernandez, who grabbed the 50-50 ball, attracted the defense, then dumped it off to Dalen Wallace, who got the friendly bounce. On River Forest's next possession, the Warriors' defense broke down momentarily, leaving Alex Mosqueda all alone at the 15-foot line, and he softly dropped it in. After all of that, a timeout on the court, with the Calumet Warriors leading the River Forest Ingots by 11. Calumet freshman Jarrell Johnson on the dribble drove to the left elbow before shoveling off a pass to Joshua Johnson, who then took one dribble, then laid it in off the glass. Next for the Ingots, a drive to the basket, a block shot by Charles Payne, and the Warriors are on the run. Then at the other end, a missed lay-in. A fight for the rebound and a possession arrow call will give River Forest the basketball, with a $1:53 left in the half. Trailing by 13 and not being able to make a dent in this Calumet lead, another missed opportunity underneath. But the Ingots were able to corral another 50-50 ball, and it paid off when Alex Mosqueda tipped the pass out on top and deposited a three-pointer, and we have a 10-point game. Next for the Warriors, Jarrell Johnson beat his man off the dribble, drove to the basket, but missed the shot, and a River Forest rebound. At the other end, a tough Jordan Higgins shot, but an Ingot rebound. Then a pass on top that was picked off by Davion Davis, who took it to the hoop, but missed the shot. A Calumet rebound, and the Warriors will reload. Next, a Jarrell Johnson drive to the basket, and a bum foul on Alex Mosqueda, and Coach Milenkoff took exception to that one. So the home team will have another chance with 43 seconds remaining in the half. On the inbound, the Ingots trapped the ball, and it rolled free and was picked up by Paris Hernandez. Somehow he passed the ball through two defenders and into the hands of Joshua Johnson, who missed the layup but was fouled on the shot, and he'll head to the charity stripe. For River Forest, a drive to the hoop by Davion Murray, and a foul will send the sophomore guard to the line for two. Then with 10 seconds to play in the half, Charles Payne let one fly from three-point land and rolled it in. And that's the way things have been going for the Warriors so far on this evening. But before the half ended, the Ingots on crisp passing got the ball to Jalen Perkins, and he scored off the glass before the buzzer. An exciting game on this cold evening, and at the half, the Calumet Warriors lead the visiting River Forest Ingots by 11. Back with second half action in 40 seconds.
Hello, my name is Dr. Tim Mullally.
And I'm Dr. Lisa Mullally.
We're the founding members of Indiana Sports and Medical Science Institute out of Crown Point, Indiana.
We offer both family practice services and sports medicine services. We see patients from age newborn all the way through geriatrics. If you're in need of a sports medicine physician or just a family doctor, give us a call today. We have same-day appointments. We hope to hear from you.
J&J's Pizza Shack of Northwest Indiana has a variety of dinners and sandwiches on their menu to satisfy any appetite. But for the best pizza in the region, featuring the kitchen sink, it's J&J's Pizza Shack and their 7 Northwest Indiana locations. Check out their Hobart location and their new dine-in facility, and watch sports videos from New Concept Video Sport. The Warriors had possession to open third quarter play, but a pass down low got caught up in traffic, and now the Ingots have another opportunity to get the Calumet lead under double digits. At the River Forest end, a one and done, and now the Warriors are in attack mode again. On this next sequence, Davion Davis attempted a three-pointer that came up short of the rim, But coming out of nowhere was Paris Hernandez with the save, and he kicked it back out to Davis, who took it to the hole this time where he was fouled. The 5'9" sophomore Paris Hernandez has been impressive thus far for the Calumet Warriors. The Warriors once again have come out with pressure. What worked well early on might have the same effect on the Ingots the second half. And before you can blink an eye, Ja'Cory Gillespie got a hand on the ball and knocked it to Joshua Johnson, and another forced River Forest turnover. But before Calumet could run an offensive set, Ingot Davion Murray stole the ball right back, then proceeded to dribble the ball off his foot and will start over. Trailing by 13 and not much happening since the quarter began, Coach Milenkoff added some pressure of his own, and it worked when the Ingot double team tied up Davion Davis, and the possession arrow is in favor of River Forest. Then on the inbound, a Warrior foul, and the Ingots will have the ball out from the side this time. For River Forest, some nice ball movement when Davion Murray took the pass at the left wing, drove to the basket before dropping the ball off to Jalen Perkins, and River Forest has their first points of the half. Again, the Ingot pressure defense caused another Warrior turnover, and River Forest is back in business. A nice drive to the basket and shot by Jordan Higgins, but the shots just aren't falling for the River Forest junior on this night. Next for the Ingots, it was Davion Murray driving to the 15-foot line before knocking down the teardrop and cutting the lead to single digits again. But before the Ingots could get back on defense, Paris Hernandez found Caleb Deal all alone underneath. He turned, then laid it in, and that was just too easy. At the Ingot end, it was Alex Mosqueda draining a tray, and the lead is down to 8. The Warriors missed 2 offensive chances last time down, and now a long tray by Davion Murray, and we now have a 2-possession game. Back for the Warriors, and a drive to the basket by Ja'Cory Gillespie was no good. Then Gillespie was able to get his hands on another 50-50 ball and kicked it out to Charles Payne, who then drove down the center of the lane before laying it in. Nice hustle by the Calumet Warriors. Back down at the Ingots end and a quick foul on Calumet's Paris Hernandez, and River Forest will try again. But a traveling violation on the Ingots, and we'll head in the other direction. This time, a one and done for the Warriors, and River Forest is on the run. Jalen Perkins took the ball all the way to the hoop and missed the tough shot. But Gillespie got caught up trying to split a couple Ingots, and the ball was loose and picked up by Perkins again. This time, being all alone, he laid it in, and the Ingots are within 5 again. Jordan Higgins on the bump foul, so Calumet will take the ball out from the side. Then an unforced turnover on the Warriors, and the ball will go back over to River Forest. An uneventful second half with sloppy play at each end of the court and a River Forest timeout. Following the timeout, the ball worked its way around to the hands of Jalen Perkins, and from the left baseline, he shot a soft 5-footer, and all of a sudden, the Calumet Warriors' lead is down to 3. Then with under 2 minutes to go, it was Charles Payne, and he quietly knocked down the tray. Next for River Forest, a drive to the basket by Jalen Perkins, but he missed the shot. Fortunately for the Ingots, Joseph Remberg grabbed the rebound and was fouled on the putback, and he'll head to the stripe for a pair. For the Warriors on their next set, some volleyball, then a Warriors timeout with 56 seconds left in the period. Following the timeout, some miscommunications on the part of the Calumet Warriors, and the ball was thrown out of bounds and will belong to the visitors. For the Ingots, a drive to the basket, a Calumet foul, and Joseph Remberg will have a pair from the stripe. Almost losing the ball on a turnover this possession, the Warriors turned it into a tray when Davion Davis took the pass, then being all alone splashed in the three-pointer. Again, before you can blink an eye, Kyle Moore Jr. answered, then a last-second shot, and the third quarter is history. And we have a good one with the Calumet Warriors leading the River Forest Ingots by 4. Back with fourth quarter action in 20 seconds. Blythe's Athletics in Valparaiso, whose team has been serving your team since 1959, is a leader in athletic apparel and equipment sales. Whether it's off the rack or customized to your specifications, Blythe's has the products and staff to serve you best. Trophies, embroidering, screen printing, athletic shoes, anything you're looking for, you'll find at Blythe's. Visit them today at teamblythes.com, where the athlete shops. The Warriors will open fourth quarter action with the basketball leading by 4, and quickly the ball was knocked out of bounds and Calumet will reload. This time, Paris Hernandez drove to the hoop and was met by Jalen Perkins, who altered the shot that was off the mark, and an Ingot rebound. For the Ingots, a nice Alex Mosqueda fake, then an open 16-footer that rolled out. The rebound was grabbed by Paris Hernandez, who fired the ball up court to Caleb Deal. Then Deal with a behind-the-back no-look pass to Charles Payne, and he laid it in. A nice play all around. After all of that, a Jalen Perkins foul on Caleb Deal, and the Calumet Junior will head to the line for two. Following a pair of missed free throws at the Calumet end, sophomore guard Davian Murray attacked the basket, split a couple Warriors defenders, and laid it in. Nicely done. But answering out of the left corner with a silencer was Calumet's Davion Davis with the trade. Then the inbound was stolen, and a Charles Payne basket. Quickly, Jordan Higgins took the inbound, then dribbled coast to coast where he was fouled on the layup attempt. For the Warriors, a drive and step back by Davion Davis, and he was bumped by Davion Murray, and Calumet will inbound. The inbound came out to Caleb Deal, who took one dribble but missed the shot. Rebounding the ball was Alex Mosqueda, who took it all the way to the basket where he was fouled, and two more attempts for River Forest. Next, Charles Payne was on the dribble, waiting for the Sean Goodman screen. He then made his move, splitting a couple other defenders, then laid it in softly off the glass. Then a one and done for the Ingots. A Davion Davis rebound, who then found Ja'Cory Gillespie ahead of the pack, and he caught the ball and without a dribble, laid it in. Then with ice in his veins, Davion Murray locked in on a tray, and nothing but the bottom of the net, and the River Forest Ingots stay within striking distance. On the other end, a bounce pass from Hernandez to Ja'Cory Gillespie, who gave it a little English and scored off the glass. For the Ingots, a loose ball, then a backcourt violation, and the Warriors have a chance to take a double-digit lead after River Forest cut it to 4. Then on this next sequence, some playground-style basketball that ended when Perez Hernandez grabbed the rebound, zigzagged around the defense, then laid it in with his right hand from the left side of the goal. A nice play by Perez Hernandez. Following an Ingot one and done, the Warriors came out running, and that ended with a foul putting Ja'Cory Gillespie to the line. But after further review, the call was changed on Gillespie, and the Ingots will have the basketball. At the River Forest end, Alex Mosqueda put on his brakes in the lane, hesitated, then made the shots. The fans wanted a traveling violation, but it was a good no call and a timeout on the floor. On the inbound, Hernandez once again got the ball down quickly to Charles Payne, but his shot was blocked by Jordan Higgins. Then a scuffle for the loose ball that was corralled by Ja'Cory Gillespie. Then a traveling violation was called somewhere in there. Following a couple missed ingot chances, Davion Davis grabbed the ball and went coast to coast and added a little spin cycle on his way to being fouled at the hoop. On the inbound, another Calumet takeaway. A missed shot at the other end. Then a Calumet rebound, and time was called on the floor to assist an injured player. Next, a little one-on-one when Ja'Cory Gillespie challenged his defender, drove to the hoop, but his shot was blocked out of bounds. On the inbound, a pass out on top to Davion Davis, and he rattled it in. Next, a foul on the Warriors, their 8th, will send Alex Mosqueda to the line for a 1-and bonus. On the inbound, Ja'Cory Gillespie got caught up in traffic, and a traveling violation was called. For the Ingots, some nice ball movement when Joseph Rembert found Kyle Moore Jr. underneath, and he laid it in. At the other end, a blocking foul will send Sean Goodman to the line for a pair. A lot of fouls building up this quarter for each team. This time on the Warriors, and Joseph Rembert will head to the line. Next, a nice play for Calumet when Ja'Cory Gillespie found Sean Goodman heading to the hoop and the basket. The Ingots scored on their next set when Mosqueda hit Joseph Rembert and the easy field goal. On the inbound, a quick foul will send Charles Payne to the line. Payne missed his second attempt, but grabbing the rebound and getting it right back to Payne was Gillespie. And all Charles Payne did was score a 4-point play the hard way. A traveling violation, and the ball will go back over to the Warriors. And we believe the Ingots have raised the white flag. An Ingot foul on Davion Davis will send the Warrior sophomore to the line for a double bonus. It was great coming out to Calumet New Tech High School on this evening to watch these two teams battle. And congratulations to the Calumet Warriors on their victory here tonight. They came out energized, and it lasted throughout. We would like to thank Calumet New Tech High School and Athletic Director Sarah Kuntarich for their hospitality on this evening, and we hope to visit real soon. Next up, the Hammond Warriors will take on these River Forest Ingots. For New Concept Video Sports, this is Bob Guerrero.